Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the studio. And happy Monday. Look at this. We've got both supervisors here, and look, they even act like they're liking each other. All cuddled together. Hey, Wolf Suma and Action Act. Welcome, welcome. There we go. Now, what am I doing today? We are going to be making it muggy in here. It is Muggy Monday. I've just got to figure out how many I need to make. I'm gonna probably start off with the with some tankards, some bigger things. Let's see, we got those. Well, hey, buddy. What happened? He's like, it's cat petting time. He's like, if you're just gonna stand there, you can at least pet something. There we go. So 50 of those. I could do that easy. Then I need to make. I've got some of the smaller pieces measured out, so we're going to be making the 10-ounce mugs. But that same size also makes our bourbon cups, and I need to make some of those too. So I don't know if I'll get to all those today. But that's the same size that I need. Your eye's looking a lot better, buddy. You still got a little bit of drainage. That face. That face. And that purr. Emily, hello! Are we ready? Are we ready for the pottery wheel? You gonna sit down? You gonna lay down? There we go. He's purring. He doesn't care. He's getting pets. That's all he cares about. Hey, Dot Crochet. And a wonder hamster. Milan, your cat is fascinated with Kiba. Yeah, we've got Kiba and Minnie here. He's like, what's going on? Quality kitty content, yes. Well, there's quite a bit of Kiba to stare at. He's a pretty big cat. And that face, though. That judgmental face. Cuddles. Got our cuddle emote. Here's our real life cuddle emote. Oof. Oof. He's like, if I must. If I must. He's purring. He just looks like he's angry. Can you hear him? You want down, or are you going to go over and cuddle with Minnie again? Excuse me. I guess I wasn't doing it right. Did you nearly nip at me? Was that almost a bite? We have Wonder Hamster, but we also have cats, so there we go. Kiba from two sides. Now, buddy, I do want to make some things. All right. There you go. Alright, so I'm starting off first by making some tankards. This one is going to be a 24-ounce tankard. So the difference between the tankards and our regular mugs, like you see there, like the Geek mug, they are more rounded, kind of a pot-bellied shape. The tankards are, they have a wider base. Just need a bag for my scraps. Kira, good afternoon. So like a lot of the other pieces I do, I'm going to make this first one, I'm going to measure it, and then set a guide. And Sailor Lion, welcome, welcome. If I want to use that, maybe I want to use this one. My wire cutter. Before I cut it off, measure. Okay. All right, here we go. But good afternoon, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a good week. We make these tankards in 2 different sizes. This one is going to hold 24 ounces, and the bigger one holds 32 ounces. And I've had a surprisingly large amount of orders for the 32-ounce mugs. Several of you out there need a great deal of coffee. Really, Lion? You have a cup that I made a long time ago, and you still drink from it. Good. Well, so which one is it? Here we go. Had to get some more tiles. Yes, soulbound leather. Yeah, I made that for them for TwitchCon 19 because I got to meet them there. Seems like forever ago. Hey, Quicksilver, good afternoon. And I'm going to make 10 of this size and 10 of the larger tankards. Maybe a few more, depends on how many pieces I have. Hey, Arm. How goes the mugging? You know, it's quite profitable. If done the right way. So this particular piece is a tankard. So more drinking vessels, but this one is more bottom heavy. And will hold at least 24 ounces. The type of shape that it's based on is a very traditional shape that's sometimes called a captain's mug or a boating mug. Because mugs on boats need to have a wide bottom, need to not be very inclined to tip over. And then have a narrower rim so that they don't, so when things go sloshing around, they don't fall out. Now I need this to be a little bit taller than that. Here we go. Oh, I think we have a foreign object. There's an unidentified lump in here, and I'm not talking about the cat. That was a little piece of dried clay, and I think that's just really dry clay. Not an actual, like, sponge or anything. Okay. Smooth this out. Because you never know. We use a lot of reclaim here in the studio, which means we recycle the clay. If pieces break or we have, scraps left over from one project, we just, rehydrate the clay and mix it in with fresh. But that also means that sometimes foreign objects get into the clay. Most of the time it's a sponge, like the one I'm using. I'll leave it in my water bucket and dump out my water bucket in the reclaim and forget to check for sponges. I think that one's a little whiter than the others. Melanie. Good afternoon and welcome to the studio. There we go. So satisfying, isn't it, though? I mean, I do this every day, and I still like to watch other people making it. I like to watch a lot of things being made. I think that it's just the watching a repetitive creative process is relaxing. Even if it's not always, repetitive. Remember the show, like, How It's Made? Heck, it may still be going on. I don't know. But that's like a show I could just put on in the background and just listen to while doing something else. But this is also a process it's very relaxing to do as well. For a lot of the same reasons, you get into a rhythm of the repetitive motions, or the rhythm of the process in this case. Yeah, you still look up episodes on YouTube, yeah. If a bear of a man were to do pottery, would they be called a Harry Potter? That's Daniel's favorite line to use. Because he's got a beard, so he calls himself a Harry Potter. Your cousin is a hippie Potter, so she calls herself the Harry Potter, yes. There we go. You say, what awesome muscle memory so fast, yes. And like the first couple of steps is always going to be the same on these, so it's always going to look similar, and then just, adjusting to what shape you need. Uh-oh, here he comes. Hi, Kiba. There you go. He doesn't like to get his feet wet. Oh, is that not what you expected? Hmm. Dot crochet like the so he's a coming. Once he puts forth the effort to climb up here, he's here for a bit. Let's get you properly in camera here. It's like when they jump in the bathtub. Ooh, in the bathtub. Ooh, I can't imagine that being anything but a mess. And they're surprised there's water in there, yeah. I had one cat out of all the cats that we've had. I love this t-shirt because it has the cat head up there above my apron. But we had one kitten who loved water. Loved water. We didn't have him for very long, but he would like come in the shower with you and just play and play and play in the water, get soaking wet just like a drowned rat, and be as happy as he could be. Ready for a spin? Ready? We'll keep it slow. There you go. Kiba will let me do just about anything, as long as I'm petting him. He's purring. See? He's so noble. It's like the things I do for pets. The things I do for pets. Come on, buddy. Yeah. Minnie was asleep. That is the tail wag of indecision. He's like, move over. Oh. All hail the king, the emperor, yes. Yeah, you gotta have that proper percentage of kitty fur. Like I say, every piece has at least 2% cat fluff in it because Kiba and Minnie here, they both live in the studio. Cat fluff is what holds everything together. Kiba's the cow that was just up here. Minnie's the gray one. She is considerably smaller than he is. Yours have a love-hate relationship. They do too. They do too. I mean, it took at least 5 years before they would even like consider like cuddling a little bit. And it was really more of a issue on Kiba's part. Minnie has tried to be friends for years, but he was having none of it. I think he's just mellowed out in his old age. All right. Looks like I've got 11 of these, so we'll do 2 more. Yeah, you'll give them time. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll take a while for them to mellow out. Whoa! Hey, Crimson Sheep! Thank you for the resub! Ooh. Stay with me now. Did we say Sunday after for Friendsgiving? That was one option. That was one option. This is your 8-year sub, is it? No, it can't be. We're not 8 years until next, well, for a couple more weeks now. Is that your 8-year sub? Whoa, Tina, hey! How are you? But Crimson Sheep, we talked about Sunday for Friendsgiving. We did, but I also thought that you had family coming over, so I didn't know if that was set in stone. But we did talk about that one day. But good afternoon, everybody. So I've got like comments coming in from everywhere. We are multi-streaming today because we are allowed to now on Twitch. So we are streaming on Twitch. We're streaming on Kick. We're on Facebook and YouTube. So, welcome to the studio, everybody. I am making some tankards. These are 24-ounce tankards, or they will be 24-ounce tankards. That's what they will hold when they're done. Tina, I miss you too. I miss everybody. And then I feel so old, like every time I think about like that it's been over 20 years now since we did our internship. Exactly, Crimson Sheep, yes. Right, we're old. Well, and I think about it too, because like me and Daniel have been together now. We've been is our 20-year dating anniversary. You know, it's like 20 years of since we started dating. Because we started dating right after I came back from Disney in college. And I made him feel really old because one of the first dates we went on, he took me to an Indian restaurant in Nashville. The first time I'd ever had Indian food, and it's a place that we still go to, like to this day. Like every time we are going out to dinner somewhere, that's always on the options list. Tina, you know where it is, Sitar's. And so I was like, you realize we've been coming here for 20 years now, and besides making him feel old, I'm like, that is really impressive for a restaurant or for like any business. But yeah, no, they've actually been there for like 30, 35 years, which is still like hugely impressive for a restaurant. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They're still there. Everything else is built up around them, but they're still there. So I keep meaning to ask my parents if there's anywhere that is still around that was there when they were dating. Crimson Sheep, I saw that. Yeah, that there's a viral review of India Oven in Bowling Green that has a few million views on TikTok. I saw that because I think one of the news channels in Bowling Green like did a report on it because they were so excited. But I haven't actually watched it. Okay, this is the last of the 24-ounce tankards. Then I'm going to make some bigger ones because we have like 9 or 10 orders for 32-ounce tankards. Like somebody out there needs a whole lot of coffee. All right, Sunday for Friendsgiving. So what am I making, Atreides? I am making tankards. So these are going to be, I don't know if I actually have one over here that I can show you, but they'll get handles and they can be customized. Let's see if I have some over here. I keep things that like break or crack lying around because I never throw anything away, but I can justify it by saying, hey, I can show this off and it can be a sample or a glaze test. Here we go. So this is what it's going to look like. What it could look like when it's done, it'll get a handle, it gets a little a thumb rest. So these actually get 2 paw print stamps of approval. You have the one on the base here, the standard paw print stamp of approval, and then you have one on the thumb rest. Yeah, Tina, have a good day. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right, here we go. So this is the last of the 24 ounce. Let's see, I want my wider tiles for the others because they're going to be 32 ounce tankards. All right, this is 2 pounds of clay. And so this is going to be the same shape, just larger. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know that I can really fix that, but I'm going to play with it for a second. Because what happened is, like, water, the join there was thin, and water got underneath it, and it just was too weak. But I'm going to put this back together, and I'm going to put some downward pressure on it and see if I can compress it back down. Must be quite the science figuring out how much it shrinks in the kiln. Yes, it is, it's just math. The clay shrinks 12%. And so for most of the mugs, that translates into about like a ½ inch. And that's very specific, like the travel mugs that I make that have lids on them that have to be very, very precise. I measure them to be around 4 inches wide because when it shrinks, it'll be like 3.5 inches wide, and that's what the lids are. So. And while it probably would have been smarter to just like scrap this and start a new one, I just want to see if I can fix it. Sometimes it's just about the challenge of seeing if it can be done. The clay shrinks much less than the person I sent into the kiln to observe. So that's what happened to all those other studio assistants. All right. So this needs to be a little bit wider. And Crimson Sheep, do y'all have any interest or any thoughts of going to Origins next year, or is it too early? We have until next Monday to. We're gonna get a hotel room because it's the vendor block opened up this week. Here we go. All right, that's good. So I think I've got 9 of these to make. Let me make sure. Let's see. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. All right, just 6 of them then. Of this specific size. It was 10 of the other one, so I got that one right. Alright, this one's going a little bit better. Come on now, stay with me. All right, and then once these dry out a little bit, once I can, pick this up and not squish it, once it's dry enough that I can pick it up and not squish it, I will put handles on them and we'll customize them with whatever's been ordered.